few weeks ago, I wasn't sure if I still had it. Training was fine, but the racing felt a bit different. The numbers didn't line up. Confidence was starting to take a bit of a dip. But this week, I've raced. I've worked kind of midweek. I've pushed for a PR, and I've lined up in one of the most chaotic Zwift races I've done all year. No taper, no cherry picking, just turning up and saying, "What's there?" Something between the what's and the doubt, I realised something. I think I'm back. So Monday starts with a race I've been looking forward to all year, the Army Cycling E-Race Championships, which is 3 mini races back to back, a little bit like tiny races. This one is a 12k or 13k individual time trial, something I am not very good at, no matter how hard I try. But I'm still shaking off that bug on Monday and I don't feel great. I really didn't want to race this on Monday, but because it's only once a year, I kind of had to just shake off whatever I had and go for it. But there's some big hitters in here, and they definitely turned the screw. So finishing the race then, first one finished, and it's I thought it was that banner there, so I come off the pedals a little bit and realised it was a custom finish, so it was this here. But that's the first race in the bag. 13th place, which overall is not too bad. So straight away, up next is a crit race. So 4 laps of LaGuardia Loop, a course I actually really like normally, and one I'm quite comfortable just sitting in the pack and drafting and hoping for something a little bit later on. I did chase down a few bits. And then we get to the kind of finish bit here, and I'm still with the front pack, which is always good. But the finish is a funny one because you've got to go over this lump here, and then it's a downhill sprint. So it's a bit of a tough one. And I'm still, like I say, I'm still not feeling great, and I've just done a time trial, which I'm not really particularly good at. But I managed to claw back a couple of places here and get 8th place on that one. So I was happy. From there, then straight on to it's the road race, but actually it might as well just be called a climb. So we're on London Greatest Loop Reverse, which has got, I think it's Keith Hill or something like that. I can't even remember what it's called. My mind just went completely blank. And I'll cut out all of that because it was just something I wanted to forget. But finishing 15th place on there on a big climb when I'm not feeling myself, to be honest, was a bit of an achievement. And overall, in the overall competition, I actually finished 8th. So I was really happy with that. On to Tuesday then, and the final race in round 2 of ZRL on Empire Valuation. And the team, I was in TMP Tourmalet, we're currently 4th, but we do have a chance of maybe getting on the podium. Unfortunately, we dropped down to 5 riders straight away because Nick had a disconnect of his internet in the pen. So we're already a little bit of a disadvantage. Pretty flat course, a little bit rolling, and it was all decided on the final climb here. And let me tell you, I haven't shaken the illness. I'm still feeling it, coughing and spurting, and I'm just trying everything to hold on. But there are some lightweight riders in here, and I am suffering, I'm not going to lie. And at one point, I'm just wondering whether I'm going to end up going completely backwards, and riders are starting to pick me off now. But I am 85 kilos, so this doesn't really suit me well. And riders are now starting to swamp me, and I think I hit 35th, and then I just pulled myself around, hit my feather, and started trying to plough back and get some spaces for riders up ahead, just to try and give the team as best a place as possible. Even though we're down a rider, we've still got to try and fight all the way to the line, and I do manage to get a couple of places on the line. So, an amazing performance by the team there, and to kind of top off round 2, we did really, really well. We ended up finishing 4th overall in the league, 4th on the stage as well, so it was a bit of a 4th and 4th. And maybe that first team time trial, if we'd kind of Um, Rode that a little bit harder. I think we eased off a little bit because we were overtaking other riders, other teams. If we'd rode that a little bit harder in stage one, then maybe we could have got onto the podium. But solid performance by the team. We were struck down by quite a few injuries, by some upgrades, and just some unavailability. So really proud of the Tourmalet team and look forward to round three. So Wednesday, I decided to jump on and DS a ladder race for the Latour team, so the team I normally race on. It was 5v5, pretty eventful race. There was battles all over, but there's loads of copies of this on YouTube by members of the team that I've put it on, so I've kept the whole race off. And it did go down to a sprint in different groups all over the road, but Adam kind of rode away, and this was a really tough sprint that Dave and Alid just got pipped by. But it was a bit of a weird custom finish. So I rested on Thursday and Friday come round and I was feeling a little bit better and someone suggested doing Alpe de Zwift. I do have a goal to kind of tick off a 2025 goal of a sub 50 Alpe de Zwift. And you can see the pace I bought on your right hand side. Zwift have lovely for this week and a little bit next week, I've decided to put pacer bots on Alpe de Zwift. So there's a 50, 60, 70, 90 and a 120 pacer bot. And I was joined by Dave, Adam and Chris from the TMP team. All of them have got a sub 50 already. So they were like, we'll ride up there with you. And the plan really was to stay with the pacer bot for as long as we could, and if we felt good, we'd ride away from it. So we got to about corner, or just before corner 15, and we're starting to kind of pull away from the pacer bot now. So we are just going to push on. But unfortunately, we did have a bit of an issue with Chris. Chris had a very slight disconnect, and Adam dropped back to pace Chris back up to us, which was kind of a testament to the team, really. We started together and we kind of wanted to finish together. It really didn't make sense me dropping back since I was the one trying to set a PR here. But great stuff by Adam to drop back and to kind of pace Chris back up to me and Dave. And that continued all the way. And as we got up towards the final turn, someone mentioned that I'm about a minute and a half ahead of the pacer bot. I just unfortunately can't see it on the bottom of the right of the screen there, so I'm trying not to look. I'm just trying to get a good playlist. And as I broach the last corner, I'm not going to lie, I am suffering, really suffering. And one thing that really disappointed me with the pacer bots up Alpe de Zwift is the normal timer that would be at the top of the screen for your Alpe de Zwift time, because it's an event, has been taken away. So if you see me playing with my phone, it's because I have to keep checking the stopwatch, and it's looking like we're ahead, but I can't rest on my laurels now, and I've got to keep going all the way to the finish. And I'll speed up the last segment here, but I was struggling to hold the wheel, but I had a plan in my head that the last couple of 100 meters I was going to have to give everything, just even if it's just to eke a few extra seconds out. But I hadn't actually told anyone this. So as we come to the back end of this crest here, I decide I just need to kind of push on the pedals as hard as I can, get out of the saddle and sprint. I do end up overtaking a couple of our own teammates. And with their help, I smashed a sub 50. 47.32. Now, obviously, you couldn't see it on the screen because I stupidly hit it with my camera. But there's another 2025 goal complete. I'm so happy. Well, what can I say about that? 47.32. I never thought in a million years I'd get a sub 50, never mind kind of smash it like that. I've only been up Alpe d'Huez like 6 times, so I seem to be PRing it every time I go up there. But every time I go up, I am a little bit lighter and a little bit fitter, and I think that's the key. But I also starting to feel myself again now. I felt really good in there. So I decided to race on Saturday against my better judgment because I've raced on Monday, I've raced on Tuesday, I had a rest day on Wednesday. Um, do I? Yeah, and I think I've kind of got to, haven't I? So I had to race the 12 watts of Christmas. And this was a race I kind of helped organise with Dan in TMP. We kind of come up with the idea together to do something festive and the 12 watts of Christmas. So it's done on the 13th, so it's 12 days before Christmas as well. And the idea was a bit of a circuit race-ish, 12 banners, so you get 12 different power-ups. So let's see how he goes. And Santa hat was optional, but I decided to wear it throughout. So let's see how I get on. So I did mention it's a few laps, and this is Watopia Hilly route. So that means 4 times up the Watopia Hilly KOM, and or the Watopia KOM. I can't even remember. There's a couple of different versions that it's called. But quite a big field. I think we're looking at 112 riders in total. It's a mass category start, so all pens are visible, which is great. But yeah, we had 112, and I'm in the A-Cat pen, so the 700 to 1,000 category pen. And there were some big hitters in here, so I was a little bit concerned that I was going to get spat out on the first hill. But this is essentially a tale of 4 hills. So as we get on the first hill then, I just get out the saddle and just decide I'm not going to climb this seated at all. And I just go up a couple of gears and I just try and stay with the front pack. And surprisingly, I'm just starting to feel really, really strong. Maybe it's the Santa hat that's giving me the extra power. But I actually PR'd this in the first attempt, which was a really big surprise for me. So fast forward to the end of lap 1 and not a lot has happened, right? It is really all about the kind of big climb on each lap. So a few little attacks here and there, but nothing to write home about. And actually on my channel, the full live race is on there. So fast forward to the final climb, and I am surprised I am still with the front group, but not just surprised, I'm also feeling really strong. So I do kind of push it on the hill just to hopefully kind of wear down some of the other riders, because I do have a decent sprint in me, and it seems at the minute I've got a decent climb in me as well. So I just kind of stay on the pedals and just make it as tough as possible for the rest of the riders there. And actually I ended up with the KOM jersey at the end of the day as well. So I'm into the final K now, and I'm still with the front group, and I'm feeling really strong. So I'm just trying to surf wheels and just watch for moves. And it's around about now, I slow it down into real time, and I see TJ go. And let me tell you, it felt like this sprint went on for absolutely ever. But somehow we managed to catch TJ up and go past him. I think he went a little bit too early, and then I sat down for a second, and Dave came back round past me, and I had nothing left, and I almost got caught on the line, but just managed to get 3rd place. I was really, really happy with that, and I think it's sealed. I think I'm back. So Sunday then, very last minute, I managed to get on to the TMP Sunday Social Ride, which is a banded ride. As you can see, they'd already left. But as long as you start pedalling straight out of the pen, it'll catch you back up. I don't have to do too big of an effort. And then I'm back with the group, which is great. So I only had 40 minutes to do this ride today. As you can see, I haven't even got my headphones on, still got my jacket on, haven't got a headband and nothing. Really poorly prepared for this, but one of my daughters needed something last second, so she took priority. But the idea of this then is just to spin my legs and kind of get rid of any lactic from the week. Well, just kind of chatting away on companion to a few people. We managed to recruit a few extra riders to the TMP companion group. And I can happily say we've now hit 500. And a lot of our rides and races are kind of posted on there, so please join. There'll be a link at in the video description at the bottom. But like I say, this is a banded ride, so everyone just stays together. Also, kind of one of the Zwift criteria for a team getting its in-game kit is a minimum of 500 team members. So we managed to hit that. We've just got another milestone to hit, which is like 3,500 unique entries to public events. So TMP will be putting on a lot of events and hopefully inviting a lot of people. So you can see there, I'm still drinking my morning coffee and everything. So not really prepared for this, but just a nice gentle leg spinner. So I did realise about halfway up as well that this was pretty much a climb. So I quickly switched over onto my specialised ethos because I still haven't fully upgraded it yet. So actually these nice easy spinning rides that I banded are quite a good one for upgrading your bike. Like I say, I only had 40 minutes-ish, so I said my goodbyes to everyone. And then I had a family stuff I had to go and do. But it was a great way to kind of start my Sunday off. Well, guys, I think I'm back. And I'm starting to feel a little bit better now. The burnout is no more. I'm still got a little bit of a cough, but I think I've shaken the illness now. And my legs are starting to come back to me. So a little bit of rest, a little bit of strength training, a little bit of zone 2. And a lot less racing. It's probably been the thing that has kind of helped out. I didn't think in a million years I was going to PR out the Zwift before the end of the year, but I did, so I'm absolutely ecstatic with that. And I've got a couple more to tick off the list, but I don't think I'm going to hit them in 2025. So one of which, the 1,000 subscribers. So before you go, still about 40% of you are not subscribed. So if you do enjoy this content, please drop a subscribe in there. I think I'm sat at about 760 something. So unless some miraculous 240 people subscribe overnight, I don't think I'm going to hit that by 2025, the end of 2025. But that's okay. It'll just be a 2026 goal. I just kind of want to hit that milestone. But some of the goals I've not been able to achieve. I've not been able to achieve an outdoor crit race win. A few mechanicals this year, and I probably just wasn't fit enough, right? So maybe 2026 is a year that I can kind of target that. I need to get back to pace category A, right? Definitely. I think the last 90 days I've surfed too many wheels and sat in the draft too much, so that's dropped me down to B. I need to get back up to there. And the 1,000 subscribers, they'll happen when it happens, right? If people are enjoying watching the content, they'll subscribe. But for those that are subscribed, thank you, right? Hopefully we'll have some big things coming up in 2026. This is not my last video of the year, by the way. Sounds like a goodbye video, but it's not. Don't worry. There's going to be more coming out. Next week, I've only got one race planned next week, which is a ladder race, and I'm going to try and maintain some of the discipline that I've had the last 3 weeks of doing a bit of zone 2. I only managed one strength session, but that was because of illness. But my legs hurt for 3 or 4 days afterwards, which means their muscles haven't worked hard enough for a long time. So let's get their muscles strengthened, and hopefully that'll transition onto the bike a lot better. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this. And just remember, I'm back.